Okay, I want you to stop scrolling for a moment. Can you do that? Because what is happening in Middle East right now is not just a political crisis. It's not just about missiles. It's not just about drone. It's not just about oil. It is about something much closer to your business. That is flights, energy, travel confidence. And if you are in tourism, especially inbound tourism in Asia, this crisis may affect your bookings much sooner than you think. Not because the war is near you, but because the modern travel economy is connected in ways most people never see. So let me explain something most tourism players rarely think about. There's a narrow stretch of water in the Middle East called the Strait of Hormuz. You see that? Yeah, Strait of Hormuz. Just a small passage between Iran and Oman. Yet, every day, about 20 million barrels of oil pass through it. See, nearly 1/5 of the world's oil supply. And most of that oil flows to Asia. China, India, Japan, South Korea, and the entire ASEAN manufacturing economy. So now think about tourism. Tourism depends on something very simple. That is affordable flights. Flights depend on fuel. Fuel depends on oil. And oil depends on stability in places like the Strait of Hormuz. So what is already happening? Oil prices jump almost immediately after the escalations. Analysts warn that if shipping through the Gulf become unstable, prices could move above $100 per barrel. It's happening now. And when oil rises, airlines feel the shock instantly. Fuel is the largest operating cost for the airlines. That means airfare increase, routes change, travel demand slow, and suddenly a conflict thousands of kilometers away begins affecting travel decisions in Europe, Asia, and beyond. So what's this mean for Asia tourism? So now here's the key questions. What does this mean for inbound tourism in Asia? There are three immediate impacts. First, the long haul travel becomes more expensive. Yes, flights from Europe to Asia become harder on prices and also to operate. Tourists delay long distance trips. Second, travelers become cautious. Takut. When global news is unstable, people postpone big journeys. They travel closer to home. Third, the regional tourism become more important. ASEAN travel, short haul markets, nearby destinations. So these markets become the stabilizing force for tourism. So why Asia is still strong? Because here is something very important. Asia's tourism system is different from many regions. So many ASEAN's destinations are powered by regional travelers. For example, Malaysia receives millions of visitors from ASEAN, from Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, and even China. Short-haul markets that are less sensitive to long-distance aviation shocks. Which means the crisis may not destroy tourism in Asia, but it will change the tourism landscape. So the real lesson for tourism business is there is a powerful lesson here. Yes, for decades, global tourism assumed the world will remain stable. Flights will be cheap, energy will be predictable, travel corridors will remain open, but the world is changing. Energy shocks, geopolitical tensions, and supply chain disruptions. So these are becoming part of the new normal in tourism. And in this new environment, tourism business must become more adept. So this is where technology becomes critical. So when travelers feel uncertain, they ask more questions. Is the flights reliable? Can I change my booking? Do I get refunds if anything happens? What if the situation changes? Are there alternatives? If your business cannot respond quickly, the traveler moves on. But if you use AI tools, smart booking platform, and real-life communications, you remove the hesitations and you build confidence. And confidence is the most valuable currency in tourism. So this crisis is not only a Middle East story. It is a story about how interconnected the world really is. A narrow waterway thousands of kilometers away can affect airlines' fuel prices. Fuel prices affect flights. Flights affect tourism. And tourism affect millions of business across Asia. So the destinations that succeed will not be the ones that wait for stability. They will be the ones that adapt the fastest. Because in tourism, the winners are not always the biggest players. They are the ones who understand change earlier than everyone else. So flights affect tourism, and tourism affect millions of business across Asia. So if you want to learn how AI can help inbound tourism's business stay competitive in a rapidly changing world, follow this channel, because the future of tourism will not just be the destinations. It will be about intelligence, speed, and adaptability.